The U.S. space program is facing backlash with news that the space agency banned Chinese scientists, including those working in U.S. institutions, from a conference on grounds of national security. Many U.S. scientists are now boycotting the conference in protest. Senior academics are withdrawing individually or pulling out in entire groups. They say Chinese researchers and students in their labs are being discriminated against. The conference is being held for U.S. and international teams who are working on NASA's Kepler Space Telescope program. The program is searching for signs of planets beyond our solar system. The Guardian newspaper quoted high-profile astronomy professor Jeff Marcy, who called the ban shameful and unethical. In an email to organizers, he said he couldn't attend the meeting in good conscience. Marcy wrote, "The meeting is about planets located trillions of miles away, with no national security implications." Chinese applicants were turned away from the conference via email from NASA, which read, "Unfortunately, federal legislation passed last March forbids us from hosting citizens of the People's Republic of China at a conference held at NASA facilities." According to The Guardian, the broader law passed in July prohibits NASA funds to be used to participate or collaborate with China in any way. But many scientists who often collaborate with Chinese scientists, researchers, and students feel that valuable lines of communications between the two countries could be damaged. Many Chinese are angry about the issue. Here's what they had to say on Weibo.
What does America plan to do? Cut itself off from the rest of the world? It seems the politics of America is in decline, and the speed is faster in what we might think. I think it's okay to hold politically conservative views, but the academic aspect needs freedom. If the U.S. government really wants to do things like this, it would only limit itself in the end. I think the real meaning of this ban is to tell all the Chinese scientists now working in the U.S., if you want to do more research, you need to have an American nationality so you can't be ruled out. I just realized the fact that the U.S. fears the threats of China a lot. The spies from China must be very good, since they need to be guarded against by those American politicians like this. That's okay, we don't care. Just because the U.S. restricts technological communication with China, we up with things like the Shenzhou spacecraft made by ourselves. Just because the U.S. restricts economic communications with China, we now have enough money to lend to the U.S. government. We should thank the U.S. government because their restrictions just make our country stronger. Thank you for the support from those American scientists who have a conscience. Maybe the U.S. government still thinks we need to rely on them for development. But I have to say, although we still can't compete with the U.S. on the technological aspect at the moment, we aren't afraid. Now we have the funds, we have the talents, and the support from the public. We can rely on ourselves now. I think it's okay for a government to stop foreigners to get involved in their confidential research work, since that is a common rule, and it's not only the U.S. who does it. But the part I can't wrap my head around is that this meeting is just for scientists from different countries that can connect. If the U.S. really wants to do things like this, then maybe next time China should do the same.
State media newspaper Xinhua also reported on the issue and interviewed Deborah Fisher, one of the leading researchers in the exoplanet field. Fisher told Xinhua that many people are waiting to see if an alternate location can be found so that the meeting can be open to everyone, but added that the U.S. government shutdown was adding some difficulty to that situation.